are on air with Corsair. Hi, friends. Hello.
Hello.
We have.
Hello.
So it's like we have this mysterious enigma we haven't seen in a long while finally making an appearance back on the channel. Hey, Bob. How are you?
Welcome back.
Hello. Hello. Thank you for having me back on the podcast. It's good to be back, and hopefully actually be back in full force soon on the channel. But nice little ease in this time. It's like I can actually come in and join and just like let Lucky do all the hard work, and I just reap all the benefits. So thank you for having me.
Hard work is debatable. You know, do I know what I'm doing? Never. But Netty, hello.
Hello.
How are you? What have you been up to?
Oh, you know, all the things. Moving and switching over all the stuff in my PCs. Super fun.
I just got a couple of new stuff to upgrade my PC again, so I need to do that. I feel you. I feel like it's become nonstop where once a month I'm like, it's time to change just one thing in this PC.
You guys are all fretting about one PC. Like, I know Netty's doing her move now, so she's got all that fun stuff to come up. But I did I've just completed my move, obviously, and hence me being back now or being away. But I did a triple case swap in one night. My skills are improving. Like, I've gone from 6 months ago, I'd built like 2 PCs. Like, now I'm like doing triple case swaps in like 3 hours. I was like,
yeah,
I ended up Frankenstein a build. It was amazing.
It becomes a muscle memory.
It does.
I always tell people I am one of like the laziest people you'll meet, in that I'm always trying to find the most efficient way to do something so I don't have to do too much of anything. So that's why people are like, why don't you have more than one PC? I'm like, trust me, who I am as a person, one PC is all I can do right now. I've been rebuilt the PC a lot, but you know.
Apparently I am too loud compared to Lucky and Netty, which is general anyway, to be honest. It's kind of how I am.
Yeah.
I actually have less PCs in here now. I used to have five like devices, I guess. So I had like 4 PCs and a laptop running, and I now only have 3.
That's pretty good.
Which is so I've whittled down. I've got less stuff, but it's just better because it's all Corsair now.
Sorry, I was just looking at
That's
chat. George and Step
Top tier.
It's like I just saw that both George and Steph were like, it's not a Mike issue, it's a Bob issue.
Look, I resemble that comment. Okay.
You
I resemble.
Well, I can't say resent because that would be a lie. So.
All right, friends. It is near the end of the quarter. We are wrapping up Q1 of this year, which wild to me that we're already at the end of the quarter. I'm still like in January mentally. So
I'm still in 2024.
Time.
2023 if I'm being really honest, but
okay. So, products. All the products we've announced this year, all the stuff that's come since CES to now. I have to ask the community, like, what products have you guys enjoyed seeing? What products were you excited about? What products are you excited to see come that we've announced but hasn't been launched yet? The frame is so good.
Yes, okay. My frame's in the office.
I was gonna say, Netty.
Yeah, I'm
and more.
So beyond excited about the Xenon Edge, though. Oh my god,
I
can't come soon
can't
enough.
wait. I can't wait. I need 5
See,
for no reason.
Yeah.
I just need 5.
For no reason. You're just gonna have. Are you just gonna build like one monitor that's actually just made up of 5 Xenon Edges in a row? Like, I feel like that's like.
Why do you have
That's
to tell
actually
people
an
my plans?
idea.
That's actually a great idea. I'm sorry. I'm stealing that now. That's what I'm doing. Like. I'm really looking forward to it because again, I've whittled down. So one of the biggest like things for me, and I think like we were talking with like community as well, and how a lot of people are like wanting extra monitors and having these big like having like 27-inch monitors, vertical ones, and I've had it for such a long time. I had 6. I've now got my 2 ultra wides, which for me is actually not a lot compared to 6. I'd have six which went in. So I actually have something that kind of resembles the Xenon Edge, but doesn't look or work anywhere near as well. But I've got a like a 12-inch monitor that sits actually directly under the camera here. So I had that, and I had the prompter. and then I had
Oh, I guess the prompt.
two ultra wides and two verticals. Yeah, prompt is fantastic. And actually, little trick, you can actually mess around with the prompter, so you can actually pull the screen off as well. So if you do have a spare one, because people will have a spare one.
Oh yeah, Morning.
You
That's
can
such
actually
a
do that.
look at Morning's comment.
Yeah, I was just looking at that too.
That's brilliant. We totally did not plan that. So
No, we totally planned this because I know exactly
Yes.
what it is I'm doing. Yeah.
100%.
but that's so cool. Morning. Notice that.
Yeah. I was like,
Aw.
Aesthetics.
I was like, I love that. I purposely wanted Netty and Bob on the opposite sides because their aesthetics are opposite. And I was like, I'll just be in the middle, just to be there. And then now that you mention it, like my build, it has become very much a white and black setup because I cannot make a decision to save my life in terms of when it comes to my aesthetic. I have like 7 aesthetics at any given point in time. So my build has definitely gone from like a white build to like halfway through. I'm like, what if I went with black instead? And so now we have like a white and black situation.
No, it's
that.
I love black and white setups.
It's like we're all friends or something weird.
But I love how you like cover it in nature and stuff too, which is great. So it's a balance of color and everything.
Solar punk is my jam. That is like the aesthetic that I've really been leaning into. So vines everywhere.
I love that you have like the cutesy, like your vibe really goes because he's like a cutesy chaotic like kind of thing. So it's not, it's like, oh, it's really pretty and everywhere. Like I love that it's like that really is you, and I love that you've nailed your aesthetic like that. It just feels it feels very lucky.
I've been working on it. It's been, I think, the last 2-3 years that I'm like, I think I found my vibe, and so I've been slowly changing everything into it. But okay,
yeah,
maybe one day, maybe that'll be another podcast topic, like talking about our aesthetics, our vibes, how we do our setups, like what it is we are after in terms of the themes and everything.
I like that.
I would love to,
especially because we're just all 3 of us are just so different. It'd be fun to be able to be like, here's 3 different ways we do these things and why we do these things.
I like that.
Okay, back to the topic though. Bob, tell me.
Yes.
What products have we announced since CES that you've enjoyed?
For me, I have enjoyed particularly the Frame 4000D. That one for me, I really like the look of, like, for example, like the Platform 4. However, if I buy another desk, I think my wife will actually like murder me. So I'm probably going to steer clear of that one for the minute. But the Frame 4000 has been really cool. I really enjoyed that for a few reasons. And I think I touched on it earlier when I was saying, like, the case itself. I have not been building that many PCs prior to joining Corsair, and especially prior to the 6 to 9 months that were before we moved over to the DIY side of the business. The Frame 4000D has so many little things that just make it such a delight to build in that I don't think I appreciated before I understood PC building. But now I have it, I'm kind of like, the next case, I'm like, if it doesn't have these things, I'm going to be sad. Like there's like the bits where you can actually reach the CPU like power, like the power connector on the motherboard. The fact that you don't have to literally wrestle or get someone with smaller fingers, like, because I just have ham hands. Right?
Yeah, I have really large hands for my size.
It's super frustrating, but it feels
so
like
frustrating.
And one of the things is, like, every time I look at these, and this has kind of happened with IQ Link, and it kind of happened with the other couple of innovations that we've had, Shift PSU being another one of them. Every time I sit there and I think, why was this not always like this? And I love that we've got there and we've been able to do these things and like make these little changes or big changes and these innovations to actually be able to go, okay, this actually makes so much sense. This is how it should have always been. And I think that's a real cool indicator of that we're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
As a brand, because you're doing things where you just go, this is stupid. Everybody else should have been doing it. We should have done this from like day one,
right?
Or everyone should have done this from day one. That's where I think you got something really good. And I think the frame has like so many. I think it has like 4 or 5 little things like that really made it just fun to build in. So that's my absolute shining favorite of this quarter.
I love that.
I really love the 5000 frame too.
I was gonna say,
made it so easy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Netty, what was your favorite? Is it the frame as well, or is it something
well
else?
I gotta say, like, I know that wasn't this quarter, but I just love the way we have our fans now, like that you can just like daisy chain them. There's no wires anymore, because I just found an old box of all my old Corsair fans and I just saw all the wires when I was moving and I'm like, oh my god, look how easy it is with all the fans and everything. It's honestly, like incredible. Like I don't think I could ever go back. So I was like, oh, maybe I should use these old fans. I'm like, nah, no, I can't. I just
Nope.
can't do it.
No, that's one of the
Did you-
insiders made a post on Reddit of like, here's my like fans before IQ Link, and here they are
Yeah.
now, and it's just like incredible how like significantly less there are cables. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I love it.
Did
Yeah,
you
really.
not? Because I didn't know this. Because this fact, you might like this one as well, Netty. Actually, because I didn't know this, but our ARGB fans can also. Because I basically got the 3500X, and that I had to get it with the fans. Even though I was going IQ Link, I got it with the ARGB fans. Did you know you can daisy chain our ARGB fans? Because I didn't know that, but I have RS120s, and they daisy chain.
Oh.
I didn't think they could. I didn't know that. Like, I was like, oh, because I was expecting having to dismantle the commander core. But you can do that. That's really cool. With like, most of our fans are either daisy chainable, or if they're IQ Link, they are basically like wireless in the sense, right? Or like very minimal wires.
Right.
But I thought that was really cool.
No,
I was
that
quite
is really
surprised.
cool. I admittedly, I don't know if I've ever used those fans. If I did, it might have been at the office, but I don't think I've used them in person, so that's more than likely why I didn't
either.
realize it. 'Cause-
Same. I thought I was just out there. It's like, actually, fully enough, I found this.
Especially because this also didn't come out last quarter, came out the quarter before, was the LXR, like reversible fans. Who doesn't? Like aesthetics, back to aesthetics. Like, gotta reverse those blades, hide those cables. It looks pretty and it's great. So
I honestly wish that Corsair, I'm gonna say this, did have an no, maybe I shouldn't say it.
but
Never
it's
mind.
I
too
want to know
late.
what it was
It's too
now.
late.
No, because
You
I
put it
really
out
wish,
in the world.
I know you can't. No, I can't. You can see the comments in the chat. You can probably figure out what I was about to say. I just don't know if I'm allowed to say it. But I think it'd be funny if it was like a page for fans.
Oh,
Oh,
Right?
an OnlyFans page? We should
Literally,
totally do that.
Of fans, just fans in like nature, fans at dinner.
You haven't said anything.
that
I think that's
be?
out of turn marketing.
No,
term.
I'm just
we
not too sure if we're allowed to even say those words together. That's all. But I think it'd be so cute of Corsair to have an actual cow.
now I'm gonna
I
go
think we
find
should do
some
that.
old
Oh,
fans
someone's
that I have.
done it.
Make
Oh, it
cute
already
little
is.
photos.
Oh, dang.
Oh, I was just gonna say I was gonna take some of the old fans that I have and just start making cute little scenario photos, like Netty said, having them go to dinner together or.
Sorry. Oh, okay. When you said scenario, I was like, you might need to elaborate. Before we move on.
Oh my gosh, that's
Just
Bob's fault.
so we have a clear idea of what
Bob.
we're all talking. We should move on.
Weird.
Anywho.
Only
Moving on,
Rams.
so-
Okay.
Oh my god.
Only Rams.
So yeah,
That was morning. You can't have a go at me for that one. I was just
I wasn't
reading the chat.
saying nothing.
I cannot.
love morning.
So on that note, I think that's where we end the podcast. It was great talking to
I
all
love-
of you. I don't know if we'll be back.
Yep.
Oh, it was George. It was George.
It was.
Oh yeah, there we go.
It was both.
We're
We're
fine.
fine. George said it. George said
George
it.
said it,
Everyone's
it's
Totally
okay.
fine.
said it.
We're good. We're good. We could say it as much as that. I said his joke, but loud. I love it. I love how, by the way, when Netty was being very sheepish, she was holding her tea very much like this. It was very.
We need to go. We
I
need to
like-
go back and take a
Look at him.
screenshot of that for an emote later.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Doing it.
Oh my god.
Spill the tea, Netty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, spill the Netty. Sorry, I'll stop.
Oh,
You're
still the Netty. I like it. Okay. The last thing that I wanted to mention that I thought was just an exciting product was the Platform 6 multi-frame. Like, I think it's just really cool that Corsair is still very much pushing the DIY aspect of it, where it's like you don't have to necessarily just get our desk to make it, you know, your thing. You can just get the multi-frame and attach it to whatever desk you have now and still have that. Because this pegboard is truly become my favorite thing on this desk. I have it just covered with all kinds of stuff, and it's fun to adjust things, and it's really cool to just look up and be like, oh, this is like my little space in front of me. So I thought that was just a really cool product that we released, and I wasn't quite expecting it to be something we would release.
Yeah, I think that's actually really smart that they made it so that you can buy them either together or separate. Like, because yeah, honestly, people love having little, especially like you see all the time the IKEA pegboard things, but this one's way more friendly for streamers and for, I mean, I guess you can get working people using it, the pegboard, but
Yeah. And I
It's
also
really,
like
it's
to,
really nice.
yeah, I like to use it as or recommend it as another like renter friendly option too, because some people are like, oh, I cannot put anything on my walls. I
Yes.
can't,
Yeah.
even like little pin pricks are not an option. I was like, oh, well then you should totally get this pegboard because you attach it to your desk. It's not attached to the wall. And so it gives you more ways to customize your setup. So
Yeah. It's brilliant.
I'm just grumpy that you've got a platform 6 because I really want one. So
well,
glad you're enjoying it, Lucky.
If you ask Corsair Santa, Corsair
I saved up for it.
Christmas,
okay?
might get it. Yeah, that's true.
And by saved up for it, I mean I sold my house and I bought a desk.
I remortgaged and I got it.
It doesn't cost that much, guys. It is
No,
a
no, it
premium
doesn't.
desk,
Sorry, that was
not
a joke. It's
quite
because
a
I just
housework.
no. I
Oh
just
my
happened to
God.
move right when I ended up buying this desk. So that's like my joke.
It's
I
a
love
joke.
that.
Everyone.
It's a joke.
Humor.
For,
It's a joke. It's a joke. We don't get in trouble. It's
for
all good.
legal reasons, that is a joke.
Just get us a message like from HR misrepresenting MSRP.
If you guys
Like,
don't see me here next week, then you know why. So
oh my gosh. No.
Imagine if you're just like off ill or something next week and everyone's going to be in a panic. They're like, wait, what?
morning clips out of context. Don't do this to me.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So on that note, though, the other thing to also mention that was just an exciting release was obviously the new graphics cards. Like, there's so many new graphics cards that came out in the last quarter.
Yes.
Are either of you upgrading your graphics cards or looking to upgrade?
Mhm. I
Tell
am
me
now,
more.
so I think so is Bob. But Bob and I are both Bob's blue team. I'm red team. So it's actually really cool that we'll
This
both be able to feature
balance.
either side. Yep.
I'm blue and green, so I'm but like because you're obviously a massive AMD fan,
Right.
aren't you?
Yeah.
You'd be
I'm
AMD
team
for-
totally red. Yeah. Yeah, you are blue. and
They've
green.
got some really impressive stats, like on the night. I'm not gonna lie, I've been blue and green for such a long time, but it's kind of like when I first started PC, like with PCs, that was kind of like, hey, this is what you use, this is what to focus on.
Totally. Yeah.
But recently, like I really love the builds that I have. I really want to work on doing like a battle mage build. I have an arc build that's actually runs like all of this stuff in the background.
Oh, fun.
And I have a 3070 in my streaming and a 3080 in my gaming. But I'm going to be getting a 5080, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Dang,
Nice.
that's a big
Yeah.
upgrade.
Yeah. So I like the idea is what we talk, because obviously we talk about a lot from like corporate perspective. And we're like, go and buy the latest thing, go and do the latest thing.
Right,
But
latest and the greatest.
Yeah, and it is good. And if you want to stay at the forefront of that, and that's your hobby, and I'm like, I am never going to shame you for spending the money how you want to spend it. You do it however you want. But I always like the idea of like those generational jumps feel more substantial when you do have that, like go from a 30 series to a 50 series. You're really going to notice it, and that's kind of how I like to do it. So,
Oh, thanks,
so that's
morning.
what I'm going to do.
That's cool. Just gonna click that link.
But yeah, the AMD stuff is really interesting, and it's probably the first time where I've been like, and I actually spoke with AMD recently, and I was like, hey, you actually kind of have me quite interested in doing an all AMD build now, and which they were very thrilled about for obvious reasons. So it's like, yeah, but I think everybody's like really showing some really cool stuff. You've got like high end, obviously being Nvidia. You've got AMD being on the sort of lower end, I guess, like, you know, comparable to the 5070 and the 5070 Ti. That's really in a competitive space right now, and I love that there is competition there. Even like Battle Mage coming out and like being like really competitive around price points and stuff like that. There's just a lot more selection now or it feels like there's more selection. Do you know what I mean? It feels like you don't have to go one way if you don't want to. You can explore.
No,
other
I
ones,
totally
so.
agree, because I've also been like blue and green for a long time, but I have definitely been looking at AMD this round because I have a 3080. I've had a 3080 for a while, and it serves my purposes. When it comes to upgrading, I'm very much like somewhat of a mid-range upgrade, where I love to upgrade a lot of my other stuff to kind of the latest and the greatest, but at the same time there are certain things that I'm very particular with, and it's one of them is the graphics card, just because of how competitive the market is in terms of me being a consumer trying to go and buy one at a reasonable price and trying to find one that fits with what I'm trying to do. So I'm like, okay, I can be reasonable. My graphics card as it is works is you know, works perfectly fine and I'm happy with it. Even trying to find the 3080 at the time was like a journey. I remember we had to try to play almost like a lottery system to get into it. And so I'm always on the lookout for like, okay, maybe now is the time to upgrade. But at the same time, I'm not like pressured. I was like, ooh, there's like quite a few options, as you mentioned, Bob, where it's just like, you know, maybe there are different ways that we can kind of decide whether or not we want to upgrade the graphics card. But AMD definitely is looking really pretty lately.
Yeah, I think for folks that are for folks that are like who are going like mid-range gaming, I think that's like realistically, like I don't think anyone just across like the industry, we don't see a massive amount of like 4K gaming, right? Like if you are going 4K, and again, great, I love that you're enjoying it. But for me, I'm 4040p all the way. Like I don't mind 1080p, but I love 1440p, and I don't think I need to move up to 4K yet. I don't think we're there yet in terms. I'd rather have those experiences be smoother and perform better rather than that extra resolution. So I'm just like, that's where I'm at. And for where I game, there's actually tons of different options because you don't need to go to like 5090 level to be able to achieve good performance in those areas, especially if you're like predominantly gaming. So yeah, I think it's really good. I'm really chuffed. And Netty's, like I said, like she's rubbing her hands together now because she's like getting some more us over to the AMD side of things.
Yeah, no,
yeah. I just like literally, it's crazy because this is my first time streaming from an AMD full build, because before I had it, so like my gaming PC was AMD, but my streaming PC just had the NVIDIA, and yeah, it's actually been great streaming with it too. So just so you all know, you could do it all. You do it all.
No, I was gonna say in the Discord we actually had a poll a month or two ago where we were asking people like what resolution do they game at, and it was 48% of the votes was at 1440 and 40% was at 1080, and then everything else was kind of among that.
Yeah,
so
1440.
It's definitely the top two
gang.
ranges for gaming. But
well,
yeah.
like, yeah.
No, go ahead.
Especially because now I have also the Corsair monitor, and like the God, it's just it's so much nicer.
Which one do you have?
I have the 27-inch OLED.
It's the white one, right?
No. Just like we got it during our sale, the massive sale that we had.
Oh yes, of course.
Yeah.
I do. I remember us talking about the white one because the white one is gorgeous. That's the latest one, and
I know.
That was when I almost got, and I was like,
up.
right before I was like, all right, I'm going to the black aesthetic. So I'm really glad I didn't get it purely for aesthetic reasons.
Corsair does monitors. Yeah,
we do. We have a few. Check it out.
Yeah, we have a few. If you want to buy them, they are, and they're. You know what's really nice is that I had a monitor before, but you had to have like a remote. Corsair doesn't have a remote. You just press a button. It's so nice for an OLED. I love it. I love this so much. Just so you know, I'm just I know that we're out. I actually just genuinely love it. It's been really.
You don't have to apologize for fangirling on Corsair products on the Corsair channel. That's like,
how dare you
so
enjoy
I'm
our
so
products?
happy I got it during that sale. So good. Monitors.
No, I love that.
Oh, if that's the case, I've had a natural segue. By the way, and this is like because literally Netty got hers in the sale.
Segue if you say it's a natural segue?
I always say it's a natural segue, so it either is or it isn't. It's either 100% time isn't or 100% time is. So it's whatever you have, whatever you want to read that. We do actually have a sale on right now, the Amazon Spring Sale, which is on right now. So if you guys are looking to pick some stuff up, there is some things in there. So definitely go check those out.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I'll definitely have to piece that.
Yes, I'm going to be recording a video later today to talk about my favorite things that are actually on the sale. Sneak peek, spoiler alert, it's the 3500X. I love that case.
That's the case.
I love that case too.
I love it so much.
I'm buying another one right now.
I won't lie. The only reason I haven't gotten a frame yet is because of how much I love the 3500X. I
really love the 3500X too.
Maybe this is the reason I'll get two PCs is purely because I want another case.
Lucky. Do it. 2 PCs. 2 PCs.
I have a second PC that's actually set up in the living room, and I use it purely to play DDR. Like, that is actually what my second PC is for.
So awesome.
DDR Dance Revolution, yeah?
Yeah.
That is so good.
I love that game. That's like one of my games that I've played for the last, 15, 20 years, however old it is. Like, I've been playing it forever. It's my jam.
Morning's on her way to you, apparently. I love that.
Yeah, it's a super simple machine. There's nothing like fancy about this by any means. I think it has like a 1080 maybe at best. Like I was like, I need this for nothing else but to play DDR, and so that's what that entire like computer is for, and that's why I never talk about it, because I'm like, it's literally just a DDR machine.
Someone mentioned that they would love to see Corsair make a rechargeable desk mat. Yes, I really also hope that. That'd be incredible. I think they were trying to make it.
That's the reason a lot of my wireless peripherals aren't wireless as often as they should be. Like my K65 Plus, I don't have it wireless most of the time because I'm so bad at remembering to recharge my products. So I'm just like, I'll just have it plugged in all the time. But if we had a rechargeable desk mat.
And then of course our products, like, so like our mouse, you don't need to do it for like 4 days. So then you'll easily forget about it. Oh, there you go. What's that?
So this is a solution I have. There isn't a Corsair solution, but these podcasts aren't always just focused on us, as we've like talked about. This is a great solution. If you haven't seen these yet, this is a little magnetic connector here. It's a USB-C connector, and I'll tell you one thing: Corsair are one of the only brands that actually allow this, because a lot of the other brands are too small. The areas are too small, very specific USBs and stuff like that. We actually have a wide range, allow a wide range, so you can put these in, and there is a little. Hold on.
I love how we're getting like a little tour.
Yeah,
just
trust me, you're gonna get the full tour at some point. But this is really cool. So this is a little there's a little magnetic charging cable you can see there.
Okay.
And then charge. And then when it's done, you just pull away. And that you can use these, you could just leave them in your mouse and go boom like that. So whilst it's not a wired mouse. No. It's just for charging purposes. So I have it wireless like the majority of the time, but before I go to bed, I do a little click that on, and then it's done and dusted, and it literally is just so easy as that. And I have that on, and I'm going to show you this because it's literally get to show you everywhere. It's on all my mice and all my keyboards that are wireless. I have it all plugged in. So yeah, that's a temporary solution. It's semi-wired. There you go.
Semi-wired.
Semi-wired. But whilst we wait for Corsair to make a chargeable desk mat, which I would also love, there you go, little good solution.
I know. That'd be pretty sweet.
And also, just while we're talking about wireless mice, I've got that to open soon.
Love the design on that box. Like, it's so simple but so clean. I don't know. I'm a big fan of the new design on the box. That's all I can say. Oh, yeah, and also really you brought that up. That was a product we released this quarter. Was the
yes.
Hey! Perfect.
Very nice.
A lot of people love the scimitar. They were excited for it when it became wireless.
Really nice.
And now we have a black and yellow version. So
we do.
Black and yellow.
I hope this means we'll see more colors. Who knows, right?
Who knows?
Who knows? Okay, friends. I know this is the topic that everybody has really wanted me to be talking about. So, Netty, what was a game that you really enjoyed that came out in Q1?
Well, I mean, I've been really enjoying Assassin's Creed. I took it right from Bob. I almost can't remember what else came out. That was like, oh, wow. Yeah, and Avowed was really good. And, Hello Kitty Island Adventure, of course. How could I forget, Morning?
Need to get that
Rude.
game so bad.
It's a problem. It's a problem. It's my, like, there's so many nights where I just like, okay, well, I have to do my hour of Hello Kitty because I have to give everyone their gifts. It's ruining my life. But yes, it's honestly, like, did you buy that, Bob, or did you get it from Ubisoft?
No, I bought this. I got this pre-order straight. I was like, Netty stole my topic, so I'm just gonna sit here grumpily with my Assassin's Creed. No, I'm joking. I'm just
don't apologize. Own it. Double down. Stare him in the eye and tell him it is your game.
Because I even got a Tanto for it, but I just packed it up. But I got a Tanto.
No way.
Yeah.
Yes,
that's
I remember
so
you
cool.
telling me about that. You had a photo with it
on my Twitter. Yes.
It's such a good photo.
Yeah. I love my Tanto.
No, yeah, so I've seen the picture. I'm like acting all surprised. It's like, yes, I've seen this. I'm just now remembering, I guess.
Yeah, I'm now officially a ninja.
Love it.
Amazing. No, those are such great games. It was weird. I feel like the first half of the quarter, I was like, there's just no games. There's just really nothing new that's out. Like, I still have a ton of backlog. Don't get me wrong. My backlog is ever growing and I forever will have something to play. But when it came to like what's new, I was like, I feel like I don't really know anything that was exciting until Assassin's Creed. I know Civ 7 came out.
Oh yeah.
I won't lie.
I
went through.
Put me through the ringer.
That was fun.
I went through an emotional journey with Civ because my friends and I decided to play Civ 6 in preparation of Civ 7. So we're like, oh yeah, we haven't played in a while. Let's go ahead and play. And then after 8 hours in our one game session, I was like, I don't know if I actually like Civ games the more I think about it, guys.
Oh no!
Oh.
Yeah, it was an interesting emotional journey for me because I realized the only time that I really enjoy those games is if I'm playing specifically with a partner. So, here's a secret for you guys. I am horrible at like micromanagement kind of things. So anytime a game requires me to have like a billion different things to follow, I'm awful at it. I tend to stick to like one thing. So as an example for like Dota and other games similar, there's a character that has like 14, like it can create like a bunch of little versions of himself and you can control each one individually. I cannot do it. I hate it. I'm like, I can only have the one character. You cannot give me multiple characters. So when it comes to Civ, I love partnering up with someone like my partner who he is very like money driven in the game. He is all about focusing on the economy and like making as much money as he can, and that's like his goal. Whereas with me, I'm like, I am a warmonger. I literally just want to go and fight every other like civilization. That is all I truly want to do. I do not want to focus on any other aspect of this game. So I tend to have like a horrible economy because I'm spending all of the money trying to upgrade all of my like armies. I have like horrible morale because I'm literally just like going around raising villages, so everyone's upset about it. And then of course everybody's like eating all of the food, so then they're upset about that too. So I'm just like, I can't play this game because I'm not good at it because I don't want to be anything but what I am. Like I could be, I totally could be, but I have no interest in it. And so I have to play with someone like my partner who will put all of his like he'll fund my wars. He sends me all of the money so I can protect him while fighting everybody else. Like that is all I want to do. And if otherwise, when I was playing with my friends, it was just me, and I was like, wow, I don't like this. I was like, everybody
if that's
hates
not a
me.
beautiful love story, I don't know what else is. That's so cute.
Better love story than Twilight, that.
Right? Absolutely.
I've just had to really come to terms with who I am as a person playing that game.
I must admit, that's absolutely beautiful
Evil.
and absolutely horrifying at the same time. It's, in equal measure. You will start my war! No! That's like Lucky. That's Lucky's. Like, was it this the like the not the slogan, the motto on her crest? You will starve for my war.
Yeah.
I want to find out what that sentence is in Latin, and I'm gonna send that to you. Like,
Please
Lucky,
do.
like,
I would love that to be a thing that I just have on like my social accounts or something. Like that's incredible. I love it. And I feel like this also just for a lot of people in the community who don't know. When we first started venturing back into doing streaming on this channel, I told Bob that I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to just do like indie games. Indie games are kind of my focus. That's like my jam. And so it was somehow interpreted that I was like this cozy, cutesy streamer, very like calm and chill and only wants to play like Stardew Valley. And don't get me wrong, I do play those games, but that was like apparently the image I presented to a lot of people was I was just like, oh, Lucky's just very calm and collected. And then Bob's the opposite with being loud and chaos. And it's like, no, Lucky is...
people think I'm loud.
Never. Sorry.
No.
I didn't say that.
So elegant.
I don't think I've ever been called elegant. Sorry, carry on.
But yeah, that was apparently the picture a lot of people within Corsair had of me as a streamer, was that I was just going to be like playing calm and sweet games and it was just going to be cutesy little quiet time with me. And then it's like, no, Lucky is the warmonger. Like, yeah, I play Stardew Valley, but on the other side of it, I also love Warhammer 40K. I am deep in the lore.
I think that was the thing, is because you played Stardew Valley as like one of your first games, and that was kind of like set the expectation, right? So everyone's like, "Oh, Lucky like plays like cutesy little farming sims, and like this is really nice, and it's a real nice change of pace." And then it was like, "Kill everything!"
Correct.
Oh my god.
Whiplash, like when we find out what Lucky plays.
Oh, Morning brought up such a good time when we were playing Lethal Company. It was Morning's first time playing, and I was just like, "Hey, Morning, you should go ring that bell to sell her stuff. You just have to keep ringing it, and he'll eventually take all the stuff." And so she went and did it, and then the tentacle arm came out and killed her, because that's what happens if you ring the bell too much. Is that the like shopkeeper basically gets annoyed with you and kills you, and she, like I think we had it like clipped somewhere. You can just see the betrayal on her face while I'm like, let's see if she does it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I am horrible. I am not quiet, cutesy, not very demure, not very calm.
Love it.
Oh, I love it.
And then we have the wonderful Netty. Like all three of us, I feel like we balance each other out. You brought your horror games. Like that's not my jam.
Well, yeah, I'm always trying to like find a way. I'm like, oh, I feel like this game is super safe enough to play on Corsair. I'm just gonna sneak this one in. And I did. And then I got in trouble. But hey, you know what? I tried, and that's good. You know, shows motivation.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah,
we do need to do like Phasmophobia, like one day, like all of us. I think that'd be very fun.
so fun.
I love
actually.
Phasmo.
I would love that.
Let's do it.
Or yeah.
Well,
okay.
it's horror, it's chaotic, and it's loud. It's like literally all three of us. Like it's perfect. Because apparently loud is a a defining characteristic of me now. So.
Phasmo and VR. Why do you guys hate me?
I don't know. No, absolutely not. Like I'm
Yes.
so sick.
You hate me.
You don't get sick from VR? I get sick.
I do not.
Oh, I do.
I know it sounds bad, but I have to have like a beer or two in order for me to do VR properly, because otherwise I'll just get nauseous.
That's valid.
It's strange. But yeah, like there are some actually like really fun city horror games that you could play with friends. Like Repo's not too bad, right? I think Repo, you're in like a little spooky house or something like that. Can't remember.
Oh yeah, we do
Has-
need to
have
play
you
Repo,
played
which
Repo
that was
yet?
another one I was
Yeah.
just mentioning. Like that game just came out this quarter, and I've seen so many people have such a great time with it. I bought it. I haven't played it yet, but I've been watching people play it, and it's so
Well,
fun.
then we have a Repo stream, because I'm pretty sure you're just like these little Canadian bobby heads, and then you just go around and try to try to grab things from a mansion and then put them away for selling, I think, and then mess with each other. So I think it's pretty innocent.
I'm in.
All right, let's do it.
I'll do
Let's
it.
do it.
Yeah, perfect. Is Morning gonna join us?
If she has it. I was gonna say, do you want to do this
Repo!
tomorrow or not tomorrow? Your Thursday stream.
Yeah, we should. I'm down. Like again, remember Bob could only do one.
Right.
Could only do
Oh, right. So maybe not. Maybe next week. I don't know.
Next week, yeah.
Next week. Next week
Yes.
sounds good. I
Which-
like that. I like the sound of that.
This is not a spoiler, not a surprise. So Bob is back this week streaming, and another game that came out this quarter, which I've been playing and I really love, they're going to be playing together on Friday, is Split Fiction.
Split Fiction. Yes.
Nice.
Nobody's really playing that game. I haven't heard a lot about it. Apparently, it's not that great. I'm joking.
Literally nobody's ever talked about
everybody I
it.
speak to- Everyone is like, this is the most creative. Like Hayes do just so much good work. Like I don't think they've had a bad game.
Love. I've only
No,
played. Have they
honestly.
had more than the other two? Get Out and Take Two.
Take Two, get Way Out.
Oh wait.
Brothers, which was a really unique concept. If you haven't played Brothers before, I haven't completed it yet because
I
backlog.
feel like that
but if
sounds
you haven't played-
familiar.
It's basically you control two characters by yourself, each with a joystick.
Oh, okay. Yes, I know this one. I didn't realize that was
Yeah.
them.
It's so good. Do you know what? Hayes reminds me of the stuff that you experienced with Kojima's early games, where he was really pushing boundaries of experiences. If anybody remembers Metal Gear Solid, Psycho Mantis, boss fight, that. But they just made whole games like that. Hayes are making whole games like that, and it's incredible. Really, really awesome work. So I'm excited for Split Fiction.
I love Split Fiction. Have you? Oh, well, I know Netty's played a little bit of it, but have you looked into it much, Bob?
Into Split Fiction?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. I'm actually, so when Netty suggested it, I was like, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm gonna go in blind. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna just kind of
Yeah.
like feel my way around it. I've seen some clips here and there of like some really interesting things.
Okay,
like,
so you kind of get
sure
it. Because what I was going to ask
I get
is,
the idea. Yeah.
I assume, like, between the two characters, are you going to go with the fantasy or the sci-fi character?
Oh no, I don't know. I don't know.
I
about
didn't
that.
even know. I didn't even know
I've
that
seen
was
like
a
a
thing.
couple of clips.
Yeah, I also have no idea either.
Oh,
wanted to
I
go
thought
and
you
just,
were
like,
already playing it, but I realized.
have
We are
fun.
like
No.
mostly like we were pretty much like.
Okay, I mean,
Entirely blind.
it doesn't spoil anything. That's kind of in the trailer was showing the difference between the sci-fi and the fantasy worlds, and so, it doesn't matter which character you play, really. I was just curious if there was like an aesthetic.
I'm
choice.
gonna take a stab and sort of say that I reckon Netty will probably, if there's a choice between sci-fi and fantasy, I think sci-fi will probably go me, and Netty would probably go fantasy. Is that?
Yeah,
You reckon that's right?
I'm down for either because I actually really like space games. But
I think we should flip the coin. We could flip a
okay,
coin.
we should totally let's do it.
Because I love them both.
Yeah.
No, I love
I'm
it.
so excited.
Oh, that'll be so fun. I cannot wait to watch this because I genuinely have been enjoying this game a lot. And so I've been enjoying watching people play it as well.
It's more about building rapport for each other as like as coworkers. See how we do with each other's puzzle building.
Is that what the actual game's like about? Or are you talking about just me and you now?
No, just you two.
I'm so blind I actually have no idea.
No.
Well, you still have to work together and do puzzles together. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
mean,
that's always how their games are.
It's basically
So
like
this is-
Portal 2.
I'm so glad this is happening on a Friday. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
Because then we have a weekend to forget if we get like frustrated.
If you hate each other, ooh, this will
It's
be.
like, can you just move the block forward?
Oh, yeah. See, this is another why it was funny to me when people were like, "Oh, like he's really quiet and calm and chill and whatever," is because one of my favorite games to play is Viscera Cleanup Detail, which a lot of people don't know what that game is. You're basically cleaners who have to go in and clean after a world disaster aftermath. So like, the Avengers go into New York and destroy everything, then you come in and have to like clean up New York. Like that's kind of the vibe of the game. And so, there's like dead body parts around, bullet holes you got to fill in, like all this kind of stuff. You got to go mopping and dispose, like burn things and just clean up that stuff. I sometimes let the intrusive thoughts win to where someone will be like, "Oh my God, I just finished cleaning this whole room. It's gorgeous. It's great." And I'm like, "Really cool." And then they leave and I take a body part of like an arm and I'll throw it in there so it bounces around and puts blood splatter everywhere in their newly cleaned room. And so when they come back, they're like, "Lucky." And I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about."
Oh my God. Evil. Noted.
Yes. So
We do our Rico stream.
Entirely sure
Oh
how
my
to
God.
process this information if I'm honest.
Yeah. She's
Oh,
not to be trusted.
Morning and Zink got it.
Sorry.
There is a mop bucket that you have, and you have to clean out the mop bucket every like 6 or 7 washes because it gets filled with blood. And I will take the bucket and just throw it in there, and so all the blood splatters around, and then leave and act like I was never there.
This has taken a dark turn.
Listen, it's funny. I swear.
Netty's supposed to be the horror game player, and you're always like, I spilled the blood.
Yeah. Blood for the blood gods. Oh my God.
Blood for the blood gods, correct?
Incredible. I love it. This is why Lucky and I are so close.
That's why we're besties.
That's why we're besties.
And see, the thing is I will never betray Netty. That's a fact. Like, we will play, she'll be like, "Oh, I cleaned this room." She's really excited about it. And I'm like, "Sweet, I love that. I'm going to protect your room." But if Bob does it, Bob, on the other hand.
Let's see. I like how you said I would never do that to Netty, and I was like,
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
No, I
wait a
actually
minute.
would
Hold
hope
up.
you troll us all because I love good troll. So
Yeah, I try not to be a menace about it to the extent where I just annoy you to the point that you quit the game. It's just every once in a while, I'm just going to slip in there and then just completely throw it off. Like, we'll be having a great game for 4 hours, and then I just come in and just, like, throw an arm.
So what you're saying is you won't cross that line. You'll just find it.
Correct.
Yeah.
I skirt around it.
Push.
yeah.
Just push
Nice.
right up against it. Oh, okay. Now he's annoyed. Stop.
Correct. You have to find a balance.
Love it.
Like, that's what gaming's about, is finding a balance.
Balance.
Love
As
it.
everything should be.
But now, Bob, you, though.
Yeah.
I mean, we
Yes.
saw you holding your statue, but, like, what games have you enjoyed from Q1?
I mean, I was super thrilled about Civ 7. I will be completely honest with you guys. I have not had time spare to. Civ 7 is a time-consuming game. Like you spend a lot of time per session.
Yep.
Whether you play solo or you play somebody else, you really have to have sit-down time. I haven't had that, so I haven't been able to dive in. I had great fun like playing with Netty. Mostly just to see what Netty was trying, like to see Netty trying to figure it out. That was quite fun to me, amusing. I played a bit of Avowed, very much the same, very time like heavy game, so I haven't had a great deal of time on that.
It's not like you've been moving or anything.
Yeah, like just moving, like reassembling a house and a studio and all that. This takes so much more than I remember. But I think it's because when I moved into the old place, it was 5 years ago, and I didn't have half the stuff that I have.
I was gonna say you had less stuff.
I'm doing the reverse. Like before, like there, I was trying to fill the room. Now I'm trying to empty everything out, and I've got boxes and boxes of stuff that just doesn't go in here anymore. So that's been fun. But I actually was very lucky. And shout out to UB and Intel. Actually, I was actually able to play Assassin's Creed Shadows about 3 weeks early. So I've been playing that for a little while. I think I had about 25 hours in the game, like before it released. And God, I love it. Just like, absolutely love it. I think it's.
Have you
I think it's possibly like mechanically one of the most interesting games that Assassin's Creed games that they've ever made, and I'm just so like thrilled to be able to play it across, like, because I play on console but I also play on PC, and I use the cross progression stuff. It's great, love it.
Oh, that makes me excited because I haven't started it, so I'm looking forward to it. Have either of you beaten the game yet?
No.
No,
I haven't looked into it. So like, do you guys know how long, like approximately how many hours it takes to beat the game or something?
40.
Yeah, about 40.
Not too bad.
40, 50 hours.
40 if you do the story. So I've spent 45 hours in the game, and I haven't really got past Act 2. Because I have what is called side quest distraction syndrome.
Mood.
Which is basically if I see a question mark on a map, that question mark's turning into a little diamond or something. So I have basically just been running around the entire map, just exploring things and finding like weird and wonderful elements around everywhere. And I've just been absolutely everywhere I can, and probably places I shouldn't be yet. I'm so over leveled, it's absolutely a joke. But yeah, no, it's just great fun. I love those games. I've actually recently, in the past like 3 months, 100%ed 4 Assassin's Creed games. So,
wow.
I could never.
That's incredible.
I'm going for another one. I'm going for another one now.
It's weird. Like when I start a game, I have a similar. What?
Bob has stuck out, I think, right?
Sorry, that was my door. I'm waiting to see if my door's going to get opened. I might have to run away. So I've done my bit about Assassin's Creed.
You're good, because I was going to just kind of jump off of that topic where I have this weird thing with games where I'm very similar at the beginning. So like the first half of a game, I'm like, I need to discover everything. I need to go look at everything. I have to do all these side quests. I see a question mark. I need to go and discover what it is. Like there's all of that stuff. And then there's a certain point that just in the middle of the game that I'm like, I just want to finish this. I just want to know how the story ends. I'm here for the story more than I am for anything else. So I'm just going to skip through all of that stuff and just focus on the story. And then so I start, like, I drop off of side quests and I stop doing all that kind of stuff. And so I never 100% games anymore because I'm like, I just want this to end. Like, I want to know how it goes and I want to go play something else.
Yeah, it's hard when we don't. So we grow up, right? And then we're like so excited that we can now afford games, but because we have a job, but then we have a job and now we can't afford the time for games.
And there's so many games too.
Yeah.
You know, like back then when we were younger, there was only like 4 or 5 games that came out a year that you were really looking forward to. And so you're like, I have the time to do these things. Now it's like, well, there's like literally the, an indie showcase just happened on Steam. And there were like 30 games I added to my wish list. I was like, I don't know when I'm going to have time for all of these. And I'm going to keep adding them to my wish list anyway.
You end up having to gaslight yourself into thinking you'll have time for them, don't you? It's like, I'm just going to get this because I could just play that like in the evenings, or just like, maybe I'll just go to bed a little bit later this time. And then it's like, you wake up and you're just like dead to the world, just like literally shuffling through like the day.
Taught myself over the last...
You can do this. You can do this. You can't.
I want to say the last like 5 years or so, I've taught myself that buying games is a completely different hobby than playing games.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's okay if I keep buying it. It's fine. It's my other hobby.
You know what's fun
It's-
is that your
it's-
Steam library will tell you how much all your games are worth in your library.
We don't need to know that. I don't
No.
need to know that.
Oh,
Just
I
saying.
do. I do. I'm gonna go check it now. How do I check that? How do I find it?
Oh,
Hold on.
I think this is worse for like gaming on PC. I think like it's not a common console gaming problem. I feel like this is a not exclusively, but I think it's more of a PC thing because games generally go on like like better sales on PC, especially like the Steam sales and everything like this. I feel like that's more of a thing, but I don't know. Where does it tell me this though?
There's
Oh,
also a
here you go.
website that'll let you see how much you spent
I'm
on
dropping
Amazon.
it's a
George,
it's
keep
a
that away.
third party thing. One sec. I'll put it in the chat.
Okay.
So you just put in your Steam name, and then it'll calculate how much all your games costed you.
Nope, I don't need to know
Oh
this.
no!
I'm good.
Everyone can
I'm
do
good.
it. Yeah, no, let's do it.
Nope, I'm good. Fine, I'll give into Steam peer pressure or into peer pressure.
Do you want to chat here?
Oh, I thought you meant chat. Okay, let me do it now. Okay, so let me have a look.
Anyone
Okay, I'm
wants
gonna
to
do
go?
No, that's better than I thought it
Sorry,
would be.
the button to search says "Get disappointed in your life." I love this.
It's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. So.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I know. I have privacy settings on. Hold on.
Yeah,
let me
I was like,
fix
I
that.
think it's because of my privacy settings that it doesn't see a good chunk of it, but that's okay. I don't need to see all of it. It's cool.
Oh, it's showing me in British pounds.
You get to choose. You can choose. You can choose it.
Oh, dang. Well, it says the value is £4,000, but it's today's price is £10,000.
Adjusted
No.
for inflation, you sent
Oh my
10K.
God.
Oh my god. Oh, well, there we go.
62 out of 114 games played. I mean, 62 out of 114 is a pretty good number. That's like more than half.
Oh, yeah, I guess it shows you that, right? You've played
I have
4,200
privacy on
hours.
it, can't say for me.
And
okay.
you have 549 games out of 977. Dang.
Dang, I only have
That's actually
445
really
games.
good. I went on a whole thing where I'm trying to like actually play all my backlog. So, yeah.
I tried to do that once. It
Okay, I need
didn't
to
work
wait
out very
5
well.
minutes for my privacy settings to change, so I'm gonna do that, and then we're gonna do it in a minute because I must know about this, and I'm like a I'm a like a virgin like PC gamer. I only really started about 5 years ago, I think. So
Oh, you're
Really?
a baby.
yeah,
Ah.
I very much console. So I started off on PC when I was very young, and then PlayStation, and then like carried on through the console, and then went to Xbox, and then because of Xbox, actually ended up going back on PC because of obviously their Play Anywhere titles, and I was like, this is great. I get to like play on PC at like you know higher resolutions and higher frame rates and all this fun stuff, and it was like, okay, I'm gonna flip between the two of them, which is why I love the cross progression so much. This is the thing, like in gaming.
Yeah, I didn't realize there was the cross progression with Assassin's Creed Shadows, so I think that's really awesome.
Every Ubisoft game since Watch Dogs Legion. So that's when it debuted,
Oh, that's
and
amazing.
it works with all of their. It's so good. It's one of my favorite things about what they do. I think they backtracked it as well. They went back to like Origins and stuff like that.
That's adorable.
Great.
That's really
More on
cool.
that.
Because one of the things that I recently did in my room is I actually have a projector set up on the opposite side. So like my bed is on this side and I have a projector on this side. So it casts onto the wall above my bed. So I have to like turn my setup and everything around to play on the ceiling, but I can play while laying down. So I've been kind of swapping between gaming on my PC and then going upstairs to lay in my bed and play video games on my ceiling. And it's been the most incredible and coziest of times. And I have the projector that's hooked up to like our consoles and my Steam Deck and all that kind of stuff. So I do a lot of like cross progression things, and it's the best.
That's
And-
amazing.
I need to
I'll
get
have
my
to pick your
gaming in
brain about
somehow.
that. Yeah.
I'm happy to share it. I don't remember. It was like some random influencer just popped up on my feed. It was like, oh yeah, I do this, and she just like has a projector that projects to the wall behind her bed, and she just like has a cozy setup at the end of her bed to play games, and then she flips the other way to go to bed. And I was like, I really love this actually.
I believe like didn't Gigi Sheed show how to make it so that you could play on any game on a on a handheld? Or the handheld on a piece, like yeah, no, on a handheld. That's right.
Possibly. Like I know you can modify
So
the
you
Steam
could take-
Deck a
you
few
could-
ways.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, you could take whatever from your PC and then play on the Steam Deck, or not Steam Deck, but on any handheld. I can't remember what he said. I swear.
Yep.
Let me look it up. Sorry.
No, you're good.
There's something special about it. One sec.
This is
No,
where-
I really like, and this is I'm gonna do so because it's always an interesting thing when we talk about handhelds because obviously Corsair don't make a handheld, but we do
Maybe
do
not yet.
memory for it. We do storage for them, so
we
keep that in mind.
do.
Yep.
But and I actually need to improve mine on the I have a ROG Ally which doesn't have expandable memory. You can only do inserts, so you'd have to use something like the XE400U or something like that. So external. But I really love like the ROG Ally for that because I get to take the PC games, still PC games, and still play them like PC games.
Yep.
But on like a handheld. But like you say, like it's like the ability to be able to move between stuff is just such a. We live in such a cool time in gaming now,
We do.
where it's like it doesn't really matter how you like to play. You have access to it, and I think
Yeah.
that's such a fun place to be. Because I remember like when I first again the reason I jumped back into PC gaming after such a long time away, like decade and like a bit away, was because of that approachability. I won't say accessibility because I kind of view that as actual accessibility, but like the approachability of gaming now is just so good because you can play on the go. You can play literally like on a train to work, or you can like just like I love sitting in the studio here and working and doing my content so on. But sometimes I want to get away and I want to do something else. So having those handhelds,
Yep.
having the consoles is just such a cool thing to do. And yeah, it's really fun. When I want to play like proper high end stuff that I've been hearing, I love that. I
Oh,
love
no,
that you
for
can have that
sure.
experience tailored to wherever
I
you want to be.
do not play like my beautiful games out like beyond my PC. Like my PC is for me to be
Yeah.
fully immersed to get really into it. But when I'm playing games like Stardew Valley or even Baldur's Gate, which I've already played like 4 times, and so I don't need to have like the most intense graphics. It's like no, I can play this on my handheld on the go and all this kind of stuff. So it's such a treat, especially when you look back to where we were in gaming to where we are now and how we've grown up with it. Like playing on a Game Boy that didn't even have a backlight. So as soon as you were in the shadows, you're like, I have no idea what's going on in my game. What am I doing?
In a car?
In the
In a car, waiting for the
Wait,
lights to go.
waiting for the street lights as the car goes by.
Yeah.
To where we are now, where we're like, yes, I can play underneath my blanket hidden away in this little cozy fortress that I made, and we're all good. And it's still like streams from my PC because I do use like the streaming function of the Steam Deck to my PC because my PC has obviously the better specs. And so like it's just, I don't know, it's wild to really just look back and see how far gaming has come from where we started to where we are now.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I
and
remember
just,
back
like, how
to the
detailed.
Game Gear. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Game Gear.
Yeah. Do you remember the Game Gear?
Yeah. I didn't have one, but yes, I remember it.
6 AA batteries, and it would last for like 20 minutes. I remember. I'd play Sonic
Yeah.
for 20 minutes, and that was it. It was gone.
But it was the best 20 minutes of your life.
Heck yeah, it was.
Yeah.
All right, friends. So
right.
final topic, which I also want to ask the community, is what game are we looking forward to next quarter? What game that's coming soon that you guys are like, I cannot wait for this?
Let's see.
I'm excited about Doom: The Dark Ages because I have learned very much about myself in that I'm more of a fantasy person than a sci-fi person. Like I love both, but fantasy is where my jam is at, and so the idea of Doom going medieval I think is just gonna be so fun.
I just love the aesthetic, the Doom aesthetic.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not like I haven't played many of the games, but the aesthetic is just so appealing to me. The music,
Yep.
like I love the soundtrack. I've actually probably listened to the soundtrack longer than I've played the game.
Okay, but same. I have so many games that I just like, I have collected their soundtracks on Spotify and I listen to them often, but they're like, oh, so you played this game? I was like, no, I just really love the
No,
music.
no. It's like listening to Halo. Like I was never really a Halo fan, but I love like the like Halo theme song, like that,
So
like
good.
the
Wait, have
the
you
actual,
played through
like,
Halo?
soundtrack. I haven't played Halo. I played the last like Halo Infinite, and that's all I've played.
You've never played like 1, 2, 3 or any?
I tried to play 3, and it felt too dated when I played it. So, and I wasn't into Halo as a series, so I didn't have any kind of that like kind of nostalgia touch. So I was like, I got it I played it like tried to play it 5 years after it came out, or like even longer than that maybe. I just couldn't get into it.
I mean,
I
that's
like
super fair.
I like mechanically rich games, which is why I'm in love with Shadows right now. It's just great.
No, that's totally fair because I've been playing through. I love doing a replay of the first 3 Halo games. I do that often with like my brother or some friends. We'll just go through and play it again, and I think it's like I've had fun with it. I was like, oh, this is great. It plays exactly like I expect it to. It's a good time, but at the same time, I totally get what you mean about how the mechanics feel a little awkward, even if they do a remaster. Because I tried playing the first God of War as like the remaster that they did like 5 or 10 years ago or something like that, and I could not, like, the inability to not like, you can't control the camera, so sometimes I'll just be crawling on a ledge and the camera goes behind a wall, so then all I see is a wall. I'm like, I don't know what's happening. I am so stressed. I hate this. I want to play this game. I want to know, but I can't. So
it's interesting. It's interesting how much we would forgive beforehand, and now like what you're used to is like the quality of the attention to detail. I think is so different.
Jak and Daxter 2 as a remake, and they have a hoverboard that you're supposed to like ride on, and it is the hardest thing I have ever played in the last like 15 years of gaming. And I was like, how did I beat this as a child? Like, what is happening?
Right? I now understand why like 7-year-olds are so good at Fortnite, because I must have been absolutely insane at Crash Bandicoot to like get on that blooming tiger's back and like leg it through that level, or like get through Tomb Raider. Does anyone remember Tomb Raider, the Crash water level?
No.
Does anyone remember that?
Wader,
like, because wading through the tomb. It's a water level, and it's meant to like be akin to Tomb Raider, and it's awful. I hate it. It's like it's very like well like made because it's like but it's incredibly frustrating. But I can't like obviously the remakes of Crash, they're visually gorgeous, but they haven't changed the actual like layout. Everything's the same. So your character moves and operates in the exact same way. It's a very, very fresh look of paint, right? And you're playing through and you're like, I jumped on that. I jumped properly. I did that properly. I know I did. And the game's just like, nah. I'm like, how did we do these things? But yeah.
What about you,
Very.
Netty?
Isn't it still one of the hardest games, like The Lion King? Because every time you die, you have to start right from the beginning.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
like,
or Aladdin.
Flashbacks
or Aladdin. Yeah.
to there was a Samurai Jack game that was on the Game Boy Advance, and I love the cartoon Samurai Jack, so we had to get this video game. And you had to play through it, and you're supposed to collect all these different little like artifacts along the way, but if you didn't, and you can't go back, like there was no like going back to a previous level or anything like that. Like once you made through and it's saved, there was no way you could go back to a previous thing. So you would make it all the way to the end where you'd fight Haku, and when you're about to like plunge the sword to kill him, he's like, haha, you're not actually like as powerful as you think you are. And then he'd send you back to the past, which is the beginning of the game. And so you have to start all over and try to collect everything again to get back to the end. And it was, oh,
wow,
God, it was such a menace.
Savage.
Oh, it was rough. And this wasn't like a time where you could have, you know, your cascading waterfall saves or anything like that. Like you had the one save. And if it just didn't work out, you're back at the beginning. And I'm like, oh no.
Yeah. And then we just like played it. Didn't even
we
question
did.
It.
Yeah, we just kept playing it because we literally only had like the 4 games that came out that year. So you're just like, I'm just going to replay this because I don't have anything else going on.
I'm super excited for Dune. I got the pleasure of playing it at Gamescom, and I really know I'm really close to the devs and everything. So super excited for Dune. I actually have a whole Dune outfit. I'm really excited for Dune.
I had no idea.
And then of course Dune. And oh yeah, the newest Dune movies are incredible. Like when I like the older movies, don't get me wrong, but they were a little bit of they were just a bit slow for me, I guess, at some parts. But this, like now how they've redone the series, like it's just so perfect, so artistic, so I don't know, I just love Dune so much. Love Dune. But yeah, that should be really cool, and it'd be really fun to play with all your friends. Like Steph apparently is also playing Dune. Oh, and then at morning.
So I haven't even looked much into the Dune game. What exactly is the gameplay? Like what?
So just like how you would in the movies, right? You're running around on the sand. You have to be careful how long you on the sand for, because the worms will come and get you. And then you also you'll get to customize your own vehicle, like your own little airplane thing. And you have all different kinds of, like, even though what's it called? Like I don't know. Like, you'll also have like a on land one, and then a flying one. I just can't remember what it's called. Like a what we call it? Should we call it dune buggy?
Copter thing. It's almost like a helicopter thing, like a dragonfly.
No,
thing,
but the one on the ground, right? So it has like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. Do you guys say the copter one's really what everyone's going to be using, because obviously it's going to be in the air and better. But you'll even then, if you're too low to the ground, the worm will be like, "Wah!" and then just eat you.
Wait, so is this a multiplayer game?
Yep, multiplayer game. It's one of those things.
It's an MMORPG, right?
MMORPG, yeah.
Oh,
And then like you collect a whole bunch of
okay.
stuff. You can build on things. You can build on your home. You can help others. Like you do all these quests, and yeah, it's gonna be quite in depth and really, really something. I'm so excited.
I'm intrigued to see how it goes for a lot of people. I'm not an MMO player. The only MMO that I have frequented enough, I do like once a year. I have a whole like stint with it, is Star Wars: The Old Republic. But beyond that, I don't do MMOs. But this one sounds really cool. So
usually I don't either, Lucky, but I'm super excited for this one. This one's gonna be fun.
Are you gonna be streaming it?
Yeah.
Yes.
In my outfit.
Because I definitely want to see.
Yeah. Do it. I even have the nose piece and everything.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
The dedication.
But Doom
looks so good. I'm just so into it for the aesthetic and the vibes. I'm like, I need it.
It's gonna be sweet.
I need it so much.
I'm not gonna lie, I was confused which one you were saying. It's like, wait, hold it.
I know.
Doom or Doom? Doom or Doom or Doom or Doom? It's like, who's liking which one? Which they're like, oh, I love the soundtrack. Wait, hold on, which one? It's just like, oh, I love the visuals and the aesthetic. Wait, hold on. Which one?
All of them. All of the above.
All of them.
I love that.
But yeah, no, Doom's gonna be great. I'm excited to just watch people play Dune. I think it sounds like it's gonna be a fun time. I did enjoy watching the newest movies. I think they were a lot of fun, and so I'm excited to see what they do with the game, especially because, you know, Dune is just one of those things that's influenced literally everything that has ever existed at this point. Like, if it's not a Dune reference, it's a Lord of the Rings reference. Like, those are the two things that I tend to default to. So I'm excited to just see Dune
and
become
see your sci-fi epics.
Correct.
Doom Dark Ages.
There's also, I know The Last of Us 2 Remastered is coming out, and
right,
I haven't played that.
Oh, are you going to
I haven't
play
played it yet. I'm waiting for it to come onto PC.
Yes, that's the one that's coming out.
Because I played The Last of Us. I played The Last of Us remastered on PC. I was playing it on PlayStation, and I didn't like the controls, if I'm honest, because I don't like how the aim is. And I realise it's part of the experience, because you're not supposed to be that good at aiming, so it's harder to aim. But I was like, nah, if I'm aiming the gun, I need a mouse and keyboard. I'm sorry. So I've literally waited all this time just so I can play it on mouse and keyboard. I'm obviously extremely late and obviously very aware of like a lot of the key plot points, which is a shame. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, that's interesting. I think that's also funny that you're just like, kind of a tangent of the mouse and keyboard, where I only care for mouse and keyboard if I'm playing a competitive style game. Like, obviously I play at my PC, so I play Stardew Valley and all this kind of stuff, and I prefer games that have like a ton of freaking buttons. So Stardew Valley, Baldur's Gate, like they have all of these different things that you need to do, so I prefer a mouse and keyboard for that. But otherwise, for like shooters, I only prefer it if I'm doing competitive style kind of gaming, so Call of Duty, Apex Legends, etc. But if it's a game that's more story driven, that happens to have like shooting in it, so like Tomb Raider or even The Last of Us, like I prefer to play those on controller.
See, I play Tomb Raider on controller. But I'd play Last of Us is one of these weird like exceptions for me. Like, I play Assassin's Creed Shadow, I play that on controller. I play like most of my like third person over the shoulder things like on controller. Last of Us, I don't know why, it was just this very specific way of how the mechanics move that I was like, I wanted to play that on mouse and keyboard rather than controller. So I'm just being weird, basically.
No, that's totally
It's not
fair.
that's not my most anticipated game though, and you didn't have mine on the list.
Well, I'm sorry.
Which
That's why I said
Oh.
you tell
Which-
me.
Which I had. So I'm going to bring one, which I've talked about already. Is actually not a new game. It's a remake, or a reboot, reboot. I don't know what we call them nowadays. Metal Gear Solid Delta.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even see
Yes.
that
One
on
of the
list.
greatest games ever made. Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater is getting redone, and it looks stunning, absolutely stunning. And I am so ready to play that because just mechanically, again, it was Kojima's just for me is one of the most creates really mechanically interesting games. Like so many different things you can do, and the camo index thing of its time was so cool, and nobody had ever really done it quite like that. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. Mainly because David Hayter's back voicing it, as I understand it, which is great. It's got one of my favorite composers in there, is Harry Gregson Williams as well. I'm so gutted. There was a orchestra performance where Harry Gregson Williams was actually going to be there doing the Metal Gear Solid theme tune, and I missed it. Well, it's actually not yet. It's literally like I think it's tomorrow.
So you're going
but
to
I
miss
can't
it.
go to. Yeah, I'm going to miss it. Yeah, so it's such a shame. But yeah, Metal Gear Solid is such a franchise has got such a special place in my heart because it's the first console game I ever completed, played and completed actually. So yeah,
That's adorable.
it's the reason I got into console gaming.
Oh,
and gaming.
I love that. I'm really bad at those games, so I never play them.
I love Metal Gear Solid.
I am
super good.
Horrible at stealth games, despite the fact that I love Assassin's Creed and it is one of my favorite games. The game does not punish me for not being stealthy. Like, it does punish you, obviously, like people will be alerted that you're around and all this kind of stuff, but I can at least still get through it. Whereas with Metal Gear, I played it, I think, for maybe half an hour, and I just kept getting like caught or like killed right away, and I was like, yeah, that's not for me. And even when I played like Splinter Cell, I tried to be stealthy. I just like fell out from the ceiling in front of everybody, and it just didn't end well. And I was like, yeah, it's not from me. I am not.
You haven't played Shadows yet, have you?
No, but I can't wait.
Let's talk after you've played it. I want to see your thoughts.
No, it's no, I totally will, because I have to play it. I'm excited for it. And like, don't get me wrong, there are some stealthy things I can do. It's just when the game like severely punishes me for it, that's when I have like a problem. Because I think I've mentioned this before. Dishonored is a game that I tried to play, and I got maybe a third of the way through. I have literally been killing everybody left and right because I have the ability where if you killed someone and no one was around, the body just disappears. And I was like, this is the coolest thing. So I would always wait to kill people, and I killed them all, every single person. Like, no joke. I was murder hoboing left and right in this game. And I was on top of the buildings, just chilling, waiting for my next victim. And you see these like War of the World alien robot things coming in, and then there's like foot ninjas hanging around, and I was like, oh, that's new. I wonder what that's about. And then the game gave me this little text that was like, hey, you've killed so many people that you're pretty much guaranteed to have one of the worst possible endings in this game. And I was like, oh, well, I turned the game off and never went back.
Game just said, I'm going to react to your chaos. And you were like, no.
No,
You're not allowed to adapt to me. You just have to deal with me as I am.
Correct.
Love
I was like,
that.
How dare you give me this really cool power and then punish me for it? No, thank you. I'm moving on with my life now. So
Lucky really went, if you can't have me at my worst, you can't have me at my best.
You just can't have me, period. There is no best. This is just me.
No, but at this point, I think best is just when you're actually allowing some like members of the public to survive. I think that's the best version. It's like,
If you
Lucky didn't drop a nuke, therefore thumbs up.
Correct.
Yep.
Listen, I only kill people that deserve it, okay? I don't just go and kill any innocent man. It's like, no.
Everyone, though.
Only the ones who deserved it that were getting in my way.
Oh, okay, all right, all right.
I imagine Lucky's got this thing where she plays games and then just goes through and has like interesting backstories for each character, except instead of like interesting innocent backstories, they're all like secretly murderers to justify her chaos. I feel like
Yeah.
that's the general process.
I don't appreciate you outing me like this. I've been playing
love it.
tabletop D&D Pathfinder games for about 20 years now, so of course I create a backstory for everybody that fits my motives.
Love it. Love it.
Oh, Lucky. We just learned so much about you this podcast.
I
So much
know.
that we really wish
I'm gonna have
we
to
may
delete
not
the
have
VOD.
found out.
Gonna have to delete the VOD and never talk about this again.
Yeah.
No, but one other game I did want to mention, I thought that would be
Yeah.
really fun, is the Elden Ring's Night Rain, which is supposed to be more of the
Oh.
co-op focused one.
Yes. Yes.
Like,
I 400 hours in Elden Ring.
Oh my
I love
God.
Elden Ring.
that's incredible.
For a minute. I know.
Netty is absolutely amazing at Souls games, by the way. Like Souls-like games.
Re-
Like I was
You know-
really
no.
surprised. I was really surprised how good you are at them. I was actually really impressed.
Aw, Bob, did you just say
'Cause I
something
thought
nice
you would-
about me?
Well, I thought you were terrible at games, but it turns out you're actually not that bad.
Wow.
which is impressive.
Wow.
Mm.
Hey, I said a nice thing. I had to say something different. You got to balance these things out, all right?
All right, so just
No, you were
okay.
very.
Damn.
I've watched a lot of your Elden Ring streams and your Black Myth Wukong streams, and you were like, I was like, holy, like,
Yeah, I
very
do. I
impressive.
really like them. I'm a masochist that way, but I love like when you figure out the pattern of each enemy and then you just like, all right, here we go, boom, and then execute it. You're like,
Yep.
yeah, that's what I like. Like, sorry, that's why I like them so much. Oh, I can't wait for the fact that you can have your friends with you. It's gonna
Yes,
be
I was
so
gonna say.
good.
I was like, "Are you gonna
Yeah.
like?
Do you want to play together?
I'm totally in. I'll be honest. I haven't played a lot of those games. I'm pretty sure I could get really into them. I just haven't had the chance to play them. So you'll have to carry me for a bit until I figure it out.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, Returnal. Actually, have you guys ever played Returnal? Ever heard of it? That was actually one of the
Yeah.
hardest type of Souls games because they didn't allow you to have any
Yes, I do remember it. I didn't
like
play it, but I know. it.
saves. You only had to save at certain parts. So like the end last bit, I had to cheese it because there's no way. It was such a long duration between the saves, and you could do this like PlayStation bit of a cheat, I guess. And I felt bad because I was like, I didn't properly
Did you
do
save
Returnal
scum?
properly. I totally saved. I had to. I had to. Those bosses were so
Hey,
hard.
Hey,
Man.
hey, I'm not here to judge. Like
Everyone
I've
can
saved
feel free
I
to
scum.
judge me,
I've
guys.
saved some before.
Feel free.
It's-
Feel free.
I've saved scum on a regular. If you give me that option, I'm gonna.
Do it.
It's if you can do it, it's a mechanic. It's
Correct.
not like
That's
if
exactly
if
it.
you're able to do it, then it's all's fair in love and war and video
Yeah.
games.
No, I freaking love this. Judging so much right now. Well, good thing I don't need your approval, so it's fine. I'm judging all you.
that.
Yeah. So when does Night Rain come out? Pretty soon, right?
I think it's like June, beginning of June, maybe end of May, somewhere around there.
May 29th.
Ayy.
Are we doing it? Are you playing
I'm-
with me?
I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
in.
go.
I'm
Oh my
totally
gosh.
in. I'm gonna be horrible at it, but I'm excited for it, and it's gonna be great.
Yeah, I even went back and tried to play Elden Ring and do the story in chronological order.
Oh.
Yeah, that
didn't
is
think
such a
about that.
brilliant game. It's so good. A little bit of a fan, a little bit of a fan.
So this is the last game that I wanted to mention because I don't know, it's such a weird game for me. Arc 2.
Oh, I feel like I know.
I am
Oh, I thought you were gonna say. I thought you were gonna say the other game before that you had on your list. I was like,
which one? Death Stranding 2?
I was like, weird game, Death Stranding 2. There's gotta be it. And then you were
Yes!
like, Arc 2. I was like, hold on. Go
Sorry,
on,
I
go
totally
on,
deflated you.
elaborate. I want to know. All
No,
right, give
so
me 2 seconds. I'm gonna be listening. I'm still gonna be listening because I need to go get the door again. But like, I'm still dialed in.
no, what's I
So
feel like
Arc 2?
yes, Arc 2 is a weird game for me because I enjoyed playing Arc 1 and I
Yeah.
very much have been deep into it, but I literally only play it for the purpose of collecting dinosaurs. I don't actually care about literally any other aspect
Oh,
of
I
the
thought you were
game.
gonna say collecting the dodos.
I mean, I do have a ton of them
I
too.
love the dodos.
We need the eggs.
Yeah.
Um,
Aw.
but I feel like it's such a weird game in that I feel like nobody ever really talks about it, but at the same time, so many people do play it. And so
Yeah.
it's like a weird thing to just be like, yeah, I'm really excited about this, but at the same time, like nobody talks about it, but we're all here. We're all waiting for it.
Yeah, actually, I had really fun because I played Ark for an activation once, and it was a lot of fun building your own little hut, like trying not to
Yeah.
get voided. But
Yeah.
so Ark 2, how is it any different? Do you know what the
I
difference is
have
between
literally no idea other than
Oh.
the fact that Vin Diesel is involved.
I
Vin
literally came back in
Diesel!
time to say that. I was like, what's different?
Oh.
Family.
Family.
I ran
Family.
back.
Got it.
I
Got
ran
it.
Right.
back upstairs.
Yeah. No, I think there might be more. Like, I think there is technically a story. Like, it's one of those survival games where you find bits and pieces as you play through the game. But I think in the second one, there might be more of a story based on, like, the trailers that they were showcasing. But I don't entirely know.
What a random collaboration with a celebrity, Vin Diesel. Sure.
You know, that's the most
makes
Vin
sense.
Diesel thing, though. Like, out of all the
Yep.
celebrities, that is the most Vin Diesel thing. Like, he would be there. He would be the one.
Let's see, Ark 2.
For me, the only thing that weirds me out about that is because Ark is like this prehistoric kind of setting, and like everyone's walking around in loincloths. And instead of getting one of the hairiest men they could find, I would go Jason Momoa. Dude's got lots of hair. They picked the one bald guy. Like he's
Yep.
like the reverse of that. It's like there's no hair on. I don't know. I know it's a really weird thing to center on, by the way. Like into all the things that you could focus on, but that was like.
No, you're not
I don't
wrong.
know why that stood out to me. I was like,
They would have been hairy.
yeah, should have been hairy. Could have been hairier.
Wow, it's gonna be like an actual like game, not like the normal Ark look. It's actually
Yeah.
gonna look like Jurassic Park meets Ark. You know?
Yes, that's
I
what
like
it
that.
seemed like from the one trailer that I watched. Like, it was like a cinematic trailer. It
That-
wasn't a
yeah,
gameplay
that's
trailer. So that's why I'm
really
like,
neat.
I don't know. Yeah, so I'm
Wow,
very.
look at Vin Diesel. So Vinny. Aw,
Oh.
that's gonna be. That looks good. I'm like now intrigued.
Yeah, I'm really intrigued to see how it's gonna play out. I may or may not stream it. I don't know.
I think you should. I think that'd be brilliant.
It's one of those games that just has like a special place in my heart because I have like 400 hours in that game in Ark, but at the same time, I could not tell you at all what I was doing besides like collecting dinosaurs. Like,
Best
oh
kind of
hey,
game.
the dinosaur came by. I'm gonna go collect it. Oh, there's the giant sloth. I need it. And everyone's like, okay, we're gonna go on this adventure and go find this location. I'm like, you go do that. I'm gonna go capture the snow owl because I need that too. So that's me and those games.
Did you enjoy Power World then? Did you play a lot of Power World?
No. I did not touch that game at all.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. I feel like that kind of like really like goes in with your like innkeeping of like wanting to either murder or capture everything. So it's like
Wow. Wow. This
You're
is
in
my
a whole new
brand.
category now, Lucky.
This is my brand. I am a murderer, collector, no in between. I
I
don't
feel
do
like I'm
anything
throwing
else.
so many like things out at everybody today. I need to dial it back a notch.
No.
Like,
Murder.
But, like Bob the button
collector.
pusher is what you are.
I'll take that one. I'll take that.
We're gonna get you a button for Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah, but you did mention Death Stranding too. Is that something?
Yeah,
you guys are
Death
interested?
Stranding. I'm stoked. And I know that's funny because I was actually just talking to the boss man and I said, yeah, Death Stranding too. He's like, isn't that just a guy carrying around a baby? And I'm like, yeah, and it's brilliant. It's like one of the best games ever. Oh my gosh.
That's
You have to
true.
play it to really understand it, but it's so unbelievably beautiful. And there's times where you like almost want to tear up. You're like, why? It's a no, Brez. Oh my god. Yeah, but it's a great game. It's a really great game.
Baby soup. Just to,
No,
for
just-
VOD purpose, baby soup just came up in chat.
Yeah, because he's technically holding it in a little
Yeah.
container.
It's in a little container, yeah.
It's a little baby soup.
And so people kept saying it in chat, like, oh, look, it's your baby soup. I was like, stop it. Oh, baby
love it.
soup. Boop, 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 baby soup.
I
Yeah.
love when people explain video games badly. And they're like, oh, Death Stranding. They're like, that's just a man carrying a baby. And you're like, I mean, you're not wrong. Incel. What a strange
Hi,
part to drop in.
Yeah, we're talking. Oh my god, so sorry. Oh no.
Not the baby
I
soup. Well, look what you guys have done.
Oh my
We-
god.
I'm pretty sure I know who's behind that account today.
Yeah.
And we were like, and we had a conversation. We had a
About baby soup?
conversation with just recently. But now, like, that's how I'm gonna start all
Let's
of our
see you.
meetings. Just go,
Yeah.
hey. So, baby soup, let's talk.
Have
Oh
you
my
had your
God.
daily baby soup?
Oh my
No,
gosh.
no, this is so much.
It's how we
worse.
stay so young.
Don't
How we
clip
stay so
it.
young.
Do not clip that.
Oh my gosh. We're just wild today.
I think that's the sign that we're ready to fade away.
I think slink away into obscurity. I love
Just
It's
little
been a
bit.
pleasure. It's been a
It's
slice,
been-
friends.
It has been. But
It's-
yeah.
This is fun.
It's
Yeah,
been
I love-
something.
It's been something.
Thanks everybody for joining us for the wrap up for the quarter. I think we had a lot of fun products that were announced. We have a lot of fun things coming out.
Yeah.
Computext is next quarter, which I will be talking more about you guys with that. Talking more about that with you guys. Words are
Yep.
hard. That's definitely the sign I gotta go.
The
Um,
Xenon Edge is released redacted, so we look forward to that. Really
yes,
exciting.
I can't
Yeah.
wait. All three of us will definitely be highlighting and showing it off because we're all very excited about it.
All
Especially,
5 of them.
I'm
All
more
5
excited
of
about the
them.
stuff at Computex, to be honest.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm so-
excited for Computex.
Obviously, you can't say what it is.
No.
But
Is Computex doing a live stream by any chance that we can sit in a call here and then watch the Computex live, or no?
I
Uh,
think this is something that would be fun to look into.
Discuss later. Got it.
If
Cool.
you guys- yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, I was like,
I think that we really need if timings align, right?
yes.
Exciting things in the works. Yes.
Yes, and that was the other
Woo!
thing to mention is I am going to Computex, so that's why I want to be able to chat with the community about that. So that way, while I'm actively
Oh.
there, I can be like, "Hey guys, what do you want to see? What questions do you have?" Because I have all of the PMs with me, so I can be like, "Hey, this guy's asking about this. Tell me now."
Wow.
So
That's so exciting.
we're gonna workshop stuff together, all of us.
Love it.
All right,
I hope you have the
friends.
greatest time.
Me too. This will be my first time in Taiwan, so it'll be a lot of food
Oh my
adventures.
God. Yes.
All right,
Next
friends.
year we'll all go together.
Yes.
Right, Bob?
All of us.
Yes.
Right, Bob?
Okay. Yeah. Whatever you say. Try not to get murked here by Lucky. Well, this is like the amount of stuff she's been revealing like today. Yes. Yeah. Whatever you say, Lucky. Whatever you say. Yeah.
Yep.
I'll tell my boss that you said I'm.
Oh, all the
Okay.
ramen for sure.
All the
Okay.
ramen. All right.
Love
So
it.
Thanks, everyone.
thanks everyone for hanging out with us. Don't forget, I stream tomorrow. Netty will be on Thursday, and Bob is back on Friday. So make sure you tune in and come hang out with us, and we'll see you guys soon. So now we're off air with Corsair. Bye.
Bye.